Welcome back to an episode of Careful Boys. We got Jesus Sepulveda with us today.
Yes, sir. How you guys doing?
Jesus.
What's up, Jesus?
Yes, indeed.
Joe wants to tell us a story about some weird thing that happened to him yesterday.
All right, guys. Whatever you do, be very careful and don't believe what anybody says on the phone because there's a scam going on right now, and my employee got frauded.
Whoa.
Personally frauded or
At Junbi. So, well,
Is this Asian life sign language? What's going on there?
he's my backup. He's gonna do interpretive dance.
So they all, is he repeating what you're saying in karate language?
He's doing karate language.
Yeah, say it in karate.
Yeah, say it in karate.
Karate, yeah.
So
No, you're silent, but you do it.
Yeah.
you're silent. He's
He's talking. You're silent.
So then what happened? How's it happen?
Oh, so okay. Well, also I realized that, like, you know how you think people get scammed, they're all old? It's not the case. I think they really target people who are just honest and innocent.
I think you're onto something.
Like earnest people.
Young and dumb too.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, innocent is dumb, right?
Yeah, I mean, naive. I would say naive, like, because she's actually a pretty smart person, but when it comes down to, like,
Street smarts.
maybe they never encountered something like this before, and that's why I can see how it happened. So she gets a call, right, and says, "Can I speak to your manager? This is so and so from the police," right? So it sounds serious, and then so she's on the phone, and then he goes like, "This is officer, whatever. Here's my badge number," and then it sounds fucking official, right?
Good.
Yeah.
And then she goes like, you know, we currently have David So and Joseph Jitsukawa inside the station right now.
No way. They name drop like that?
They name dropped.
Oh shit.
And then so she's like, "Oh, what's happening?" And he goes, "Everything's okay, but they're gonna need your help because there's been a counterfeit fraud going on, and they need to." Yeah, and basically, yeah, they said that the your store's been targeted, and inside of your register there's several counterfeit monies, right? And then so he's like, "Can you go ahead and count like what you have?" And then so she's counting all the bills or whatever, and then she goes, "Wait, like I think I need to call." And then she goes, "Can I talk to Joe right now?" And he goes, "Oh, no, it's okay. I have his paperwork, signed paperwork. I could send that to you," sounding super official, right? And then she goes, "Wait, I need to do this and that. I need to call, you know, Hannah, my wife." And then she goes, no, we're on a very strict time limit here because they're gonna be coming back to the store. I'm on my way to the store. That's what he said to her. "I'm on my way right there. Just, you know, let's get this down," or whatever. So he created this like urgency. Wow. And then
This guy's a good sales guy.
yeah, so then she
He's Andy Elliott.
yeah, she counts the money out loud, tells them like, "We have 350s, we have 1020s," and then like whatever, and they all look real, but I don't know. And then he goes, "Okay, what I need you to do is there's a Long's Drugs right next to you. There's no banks that are open at this hour." So he already knows all this information. So to verify the bills, we need you to make a transfer. So she literally grabs the fucking money out of the register that he tells her to, right? She walks over, he gives her a code, and then she puts it in the ATM. It's gone. Right? Oh, and by this time she's talking to him on the phone. They're on the phone now, right? He's asking for her ID to verify that she's a real whatever. And then so she's like walking, and then you know she's going, and then also one of the coworkers were like, "Hey, I think you should call the police station to verify that officers works there." So then they try to call on another phone, but the police station doesn't pick up. And then so there's two employees, right? One is on the other phone. There's customers.
It's like LA too.
Right.
Dude.
Yeah.
And then the thing is, the other two employees were teenagers. So they're like 16, 17, right? And then they think, you know, and then so what she thinks is going on is I'm in trouble and she needs to bail me out. So she thinks she's like helping me and David right now, right? Right. So she rushes over, and then she does all that, right? And then she gets another text from the cops saying, "Oh, actually, you put in the wrong amount. I need you to deposit another $170. That's when she goes, what? Why?
Yeah.
In her mind, right? She goes, wait a minute. And then so she calls Hannah. And then she's like, Hannah, she was frantic, crying, saying like, Joe and David's in trouble.
Oh my God.
This officer called me right now, and then they're at the station. I needed to do this and that. And then Hannah's like,
We're fucking right now. What are you talking
she's literally, no.
His butt right now.
Me right now.
He's all the way in.
She's like,
1 inch.
She's like, slow down.
You didn't have to hit him with the fucking sign.
Why'd you say that?
No, he said it like he knows. I'm like, how do you know it's an inch? No, just kidding.
So she's talking frantically, right? And she's bouncing around. When she calls Hannah, Hannah thought that an actual cop was at the store.
Oh,
She didn't know this was all the phone. So she goes, wait up. I'm gonna.
She thought he was talking in person.
Yeah, she go, and then she goes, first off, I don't know, like, she goes, Joe and David's in California. Let me call you back. So she calls me, and then she goes, I think we just got frauded by a person impersonating to be a cop. And I'm like, I'm taking a shit right now.
Yeah.
Let me wipe, and I'll call you right back.
holy shit, dude.
So I get off.
Let me wipe.
Yeah.
I love that you needed your shit time. Hey, I'm taking a shit. I don't got time for all this.
The money's already
I
gone.
don't got time to deal with that shit when I'm dealing with some real shit in here. Like, oh.
Oh my God.
So this whole time, I'm thinking that it's an actual dude dressed in an officer uniform. I didn't know she was getting scammed over the phone. And then so like, I was like, oh shit, we might have to look through the footage. Well, I do know like 3 Honolulu PD guys, maybe they can help me out. And then, so I go, all right, cool. I'm gonna send her a group call so she knows that I'm okay. So we get on the phone and she goes, they told me you were at the station. And I'm like, I'm in California. David's in California. I think we just got scammed. And she goes, I knew something was different. And I was like,
Poor girl.
yeah. And I was like, all right, walk me through what happened, you know? And then she told me the story. And I was like, yeah, you know, so why didn't you try to call me or Hannah? And she goes, they said that we're running out of time and they didn't know who Hannah was, which I thought was kind of weird because they should know if they knew you guys. And then she goes, I just wanted to talk to one of the managers, but I thought I was running out of time and I needed to, you know, help you guys get out. And prove that you were innocent or whatever was going on.
Put the pressure on her.
They put the pressure on her. She thought she was doing the right thing because she thought it was a police officer.
Yeah, of course. That would have.
And then the funny thing was Anna was like, after Hannah told her like, yeah, they're in California. She goes, okay, I'll let them know that. And it's like, she goes, stop talking to him.
Yeah, hang up the phone.
Yeah.
Is there a way to track where the money went in the ATM machine?
No, it's when it's a money order or when it's one of those things, it's gone, bro. That's it.
How much was the?
It was like $300.
$300.
Yeah.
They did the same thing to Tiff.
Really?
Yeah, so same scam.
Did she get?
No.
Okay.
Same, yeah, fake police officer. This is the case because she's a social worker, so sometimes they need you to go into court and like actually be like an expert witness or what, I don't know. So she has to go in. So he was saying like, oh, you have to come into court. You actually didn't show up to your scheduled court date as being like a witness or whatever. So you have to pay this fee. Blah 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 blah. And then she was like, what the fuck are you talking about? At first she was tripping. But then, you know, the more he kept kind of going on, the more she was like, wait, I don't have any of my cases going to court right now. Yeah. Like, this is weird. Why do I have to pay?
But they do homework though.
Yeah.
They know.
They knew, bro, they knew where she worked. Yeah. They knew her whole name. They had her license number. They knew all that. Wow. So that's why she thought it was legit. And they do a good job of like loading all this information in the beginning. Yep. So you feel like they have a ton of leverage on you. And then they kind of go for the ask, oh, you got to pay me. Can you give me your credit card information?
Yeah. People that work in like collections and stuff like that, and when they're off work, they go and they tell somebody, hey, do this, dude. I know all this information.
Whoa, weird.
So then they're just like, that's what they do for other people.
People do this?
Yeah, come on. Well, yeah. So,
The collection.
So, so you don't know who to trust. Or like, you know, when you get a job high up there, like you kind of know how to fuck with the system on your own. You know, there's criminals everywhere. You know?
So you're telling me we could run our own scam?
Yeah, you can do your own scam for sure.
We call boba time. We call boba time.
Fuck yeah! Hey, there's money in the register.
Dude, I used to do a fucking. I used to get free food off shit like that. I used to get free food like in high school. I used to prank call and get free food. Yeah, the way dude, I would go to like First of all, you can go to any McDonald's. I don't know if this is breaking the law. Allegedly, I would go to McDonald's. And you'll get a fucking receipt. You get a receipt, right? Any receipt, and then you fucking call them. And you're like, hi, you know what? I just ordered like a Big Mac and, you know, whatever that was in that receipt. And just like, everything, and it came out wrong. You guys are like, it actually had, it was all right. Give me a quarter pounder. It was just off, and they're like, "Oh, okay, we're sorry about that. Come back in and show me the receipt." You show them the receipt, and they give you the food.
So now you get two. You get two foods.
So now you get you just get what was in the receipt. I just found the receipt. No, I just find a receipt. That's all you do. But the Mexican restaurants, dude, I would get them even worse. Like you know, like Filiberto's, all these little like Mexican spots.
Allegedly.
Like allegedly, I would call them.
Dang, your own people?
Yeah, even because I know that's the thing. I know my people. I knows what they want to hear to freak them the fuck out. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So I'll call them, do the white voice, and be like, "Hi, how's it going? I ordered a taco salad. You guys gave me. I ordered a set of nachos, and you guys gave me a taco salad. I don't know what the hell's going on back there. I know Jose is confused. What the fuck's going on there? Mexican music was blasting. I don't know what. You guys need to focus. And oh, we're sorry. Yeah, we're sorry about that. It's okay. It's like, okay, well, I'm gonna come back and I want you to replace my food right now. I don't want to call the food bureau, whatever the fuck. I call the bureau of the food, and they would freak out. Oh, don't call bureau, please. Come here. We give you the food. All right, sounds good. I'll be there in 5 minutes if that's okay.
And you show up?
That's the trick. I wait 5 minutes. Hey, it's me, John again. I am stuck in traffic. I'm not gonna make it. My stepson is actually around the corner. He'll pick up the food if that's all right. Oh, your stepson? Yeah, his name is Jesus. He'll talk to you. He actually speaks Spanish, so even better. He'll be able to explain what's going on. All right, I gotta go. Bye. Now I go in very fucking like I don't want to be here. Like, hey, my stepdad John told me to come get food.
He walks in with a shrug. I just don't know. Like, this is just weird.
Like, oh, sí. ¿Qué pasó? And I'm like, es bien mamón. I talk shit about him. I fucking hate this guy.
Fucking con artist.
Oh, it's a fucking legit.
That's legit.
And like, oh, yeah, no, sí, yeah, that's life, mijo. But aquí está tu comida, no te preocupes, todo bien. No
No, he gives him advice at the end.
I get in the car and I'm like, ooh, come to daddy. And then fucking,
Free burrito.
burritos.
Just for nachos.
I bet you did it. I bet you did it for the love of the game, bro.
After a while, I wasn't even hungry. I was just doing it to do it. Before you know it, I had burritos stacked up and I'm crying like, what is this for?
What have I become?
I created a fast food empire. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, dude, so... You were just scam. I just figured it out. And then the way I found out about that is because I was working at KFC and some guy called and then he complained about the chicken not being done right and this and that.
Undercooked.
And he wants a fucking new set and they're like, all right, just give him the fucking chicken. And I was like, but what if they're lying? He's like, it don't matter. We don't own KFC. The customer's always right. Just give him the fucking chicken.
Customer's always right.
And I'm like, huh. And that just sparked the criminal fucking mind. Ding. Allegedly sparked somebody's criminal fucking mind.
Somebody's.
He's like, and I've been eating free since 2003.
And I started calling, and my first hit, you know, allegedly my first hit was fucking a McDonald's that went through, and after that I was like,
Fast food bandit, dude.
fucking fast food banditing it.
You're like the Ted Bundy.
I remember in high school we took a picture, we put it on Facebook allegedly. We on MySpace, we put it on MySpace because like we had the table and we had 8 different fast food places, and it was just like and we were all like, it was 4 of us going like, what the fuck?
That's a big
Ocean's 11, bro.
Ocean's 11, dude, yes. We just had fucking
11 fast food restaurants.
Bellagio, you're like, this is amazing.
I'm standing behind it like this. Yo, fucking
Taco Bell and Pizza Hut.
The biggest hit.
I got the fucking 3 burgers like this, like it's money and shit. Like, yo, what's going on? The French fries. Yo, yeah, dude.
That's a crazy scam, dude.
That's a big hit though. Like when you're in high school, that's crazy.
Yeah, we hit everybody. We hit Wendy's, Taco Bell, dude.
You struck him one night.
McDonald's. Fast fucking Mexican food.
Seconds. We're gonna boost all of them in one night.
Dude. The whole fast food chains were like, did you get a free food? Did you get a call? What the fuck? We were going crazy. We were gone. We were out of Vegas by then.
Dude.
Yeah.
They gotta do fundraisers now.
Oh yeah, dude. I saw people I would be at the stop sign seeing people at a fast food place. I'm like, I get that shit for free. Yeah, dude, that was my fucking...
Yeah, I know, you're so cool, man.
Yeah, dude, but that thing would happen with your scam. That's insane, you know. I have a teenage mind because I would have been tricked too.
Well,
I would have given them everything. I would have given them their social and
the
everything.
weird thing is that person that ran that scam, that's a felony because they impersonated a police officer and did a crime through it.
We did a reverse search.
Extra huge charge.
We did a reverse search on the phone number, and it was actually tied to scam calls out of Honduras. Wow. Yeah.
So this dude he was running it with an accent.
I don't know. You know, they said that they sound American and, you know, like whatever, like it could be they're using that number and it's like, you know how like you could have like a robocall
Like
and
a
it's
VPN type
or like it could be that they're doing the AI voice. Like who knows, you know, like who knows.
So what did you do after like finding that out? I mean, obviously your employee
I
felt
fucking
really
fired her. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
No, I felt bad, dude. Well,
You're like all sad and crying and stuff.
you know how my first initial reaction was, oh, she pulled a good one on me. Because that's how my mind thinks. It goes, first off, if I was a teenager and I wanted $300, I would just cry on the phone and be like, yeah, I got had. But I would pass the money to my buddy. But I'm like, not everyone in this world is a scumbag like me.
It's a good racket though.
Yeah. So then I thought, wait, that's actually really pure. That she's 21 years old.
She was trying to help you out.
And still, like, yeah, she was like rushing to help me out. And then she was going through this whole situation. Not once did she question it was not a cop. And I was like, damn, there's a lot of innocent people in this world, and that's why they get.
But that's the same way as him going in the Mexican restaurant, being like, "Oh, my stepdad."
Yeah, right.
And then the owner's like, "Man, this guy's just trying to live his life."
Yeah.
Listen, I pulled that whole fucking innocent thing so many times. That's how I got so many things when I was growing up. Like, remember that at school, growing up.
Oh.
The fucking, you know, remember in school they made you sell chocolates?
Yeah.
And you would get like an Xbox if you sold all the chocolate bars and stuff. So I remember I was like selling chocolates and people were like, because I was a kid, I'm gonna support fucking, you know what?
brown kid.
So I started making, and then I was like looking at the stack and I'm like, fuck the school. Yeah. I was like, yo, fuck the school. What the fuck am I literally was like, why am I gonna give this money to them? For a fucking Xbox? Or for not even an Xbox, for like a little like game, the little like toy that was just, I was like, I knew back then that was I was like, this is a scam, fuck that.
Yeah.
So then I went to school and I was like, I can't say it. What happened? I can't say it.
Oh my god.
I was running and they stole the money, and they're like, "Oh, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. There's bad people in this world. They're terrible people."
No freaking way, man.
Bro,
Don't worry about
You
that.
saying I can't say it is so funny, bro.
It's okay. Let them go. You can go to class now.
That's why my mind went there. Because I grew up with this motherfucker right
You
here.
can leave the principal's office. You knew something was up when I was getting those cheese fries. We're like, hey, my dad gave me allowance. Hooking up everybody with fucking cheese fries.
Pulling a heist, dude.
I can't say it. I can't say it. It's so good, bro.